Heidi ho, neighborino. So I was on a walk tonight, right, with my dog, and it was super dark. I was walking about 11 p.m. And as I was walking, I was singing, just kind of bopping along. I always keep one headphone in though, because situational awareness. If a creep walks up to you, you want to be able to them right real quick. But I was bopping along. I was rocking out. I started to come across these big black cockroaches, or like palmetto bugs. If you're in the South, you know what they are. They're huge and they're weirdly aggressive. And there were these little stragglers, and as I was walking up to them, I had a big flashlight, and they started to scatter, but then they turned around and kind of were charging at me as I was walking. And then, I kind of laughed it off, kept bopping along, and then I came across a sewer lid, one of the drain lids for a sewer line. And there was a bunch of them, a handful of them, just hanging out around this sewer line. But they didn't move when I walked through. They were stuck to the sewer line. And I immediately was like, oh, that means something. So you're being nudged to pay attention to your surroundings, right? This is a direct test of emotional boundaries, basically. That's all that's happening. This is a wake-up call to stay grounded, right? The number 11 represents a high vibrational portal of intuition and awakening, okay? Joyful singing lifts your personal frequency, which often acts like a spiritual spotlight that attracts or exposes, right? Lower vibrational energies. Okay, that might be important. Low vibrational energies hidden in the dark. Moving instantly from singing to holy moly, that's a lot of cockroaches. It's basically a reminder that positive mindsets are wonderful, but situational awareness is absolutely a must. Because, bad shit can still happen to you. Pop out at any moment, right? It must be paired with sharp situational awareness to protect yourself and your peace, right? If it feels funky or off, it probably is, right? Late hours are when things are hidden in the Late hours are when things that are normally hidden in the daytime come into the light, right? So something you ignored or romanticized might be finally showing its true face. The charging behavior represents a classic confrontation with a gatekeeper dynamic. So you may be dealing with somebody at work, in your home life, in your friend group, in a fitness club that you're in, that is very much kind of like a gatekeeper. This is my space, I control who comes and goes. Very domineering and weird. The behavior matches how low vibrational energies react to a high vibrational force crossing into their territory. So have you ever had that situation where you joined, you started a new job, I'll use that as an example, and while you're working there, you notice somebody starts gossiping about you, twisting the things that you're saying, trying to make fun of you while the rest of the group is around, and just being weird, that kind of stuff, okay? It's basically just showing how you're kind of triggering them a little bit, so they're getting a little defensive. So they got to do weird things to kind of dim your light and put you back in your place, right? When you are in a joyful, high vibrational state, it physically agitates these kinds of energies. The stragglers darting and charging was a chaotic, knee-jerk reaction to a bright presence entering their dark space. When they charged, it is not a random attack. It is a reflection of negative energy trying to scare you and push you away to defend itself against the light. The roaches staying around the sewer shows that they were fiercely protecting their domain of decay. Ew! The lesson is when you get charged at or feel attacked, you have to hold firm. Okay? It's just a test on whether you're going to let a sudden ugly distraction completely steal your joy and run away. Don't run away. Your high vibes are working if they need you to go away. If you notice that people are literally telling you, go away, nobody wants you here, nobody likes you, or any of that kind of really weird shit, or they're just doing a bunch of stuff, there's a reason for it. You're kind of exposing them a little bit, right? Don't let the gross out factor stop you from staying happy-go-lucky. Laughing at the energies you could easily crush with your foot proves the ultimate spiritual victory. It proves their attempts could not dent your frequency. Keep enduring with joy. Protect yourself with fierce boundaries and observe only. Do not absorb it. Actively clean your space. Clean, cleanse, and clear, okay? Your personal space every single day. It's imperative. Before leaving your space, visually wrap yourself in a cloak of light that blocks energy out and say your prayers. Keep your space as much of a comforting, high vibrational sanctuary as you can. Salt lamps, just low lighted lamps. You know, I don't like a big harsh bright light, but my phone for some reason doesn't have a very good flash on it, so you can't really record without it. But as soon as I'm done, that thing's going off, and I'm just having my yellow lamps around, right? You could do sound bowls. If you don't have sound bowls, because they are kind of expensive, I think even my teeny tiny one I have was like $30. You don't have to go out and spend $30. You can listen to Tibetan sound bowl music on YouTube. That's a thing. If you can find a way to do it for cheap or free, that's the way to do it. Alright, where was I? Oh, and regularly decluttering from trash or objects that are out of place. You know, if you have a bunch of things that you took out and you didn't quite put back, put them back. Put them back where they go. Clear the space. Make it look clean and cleansed, right? This way it ensures energy cannot settle while you're sleeping. It's going to try. It's going to tempt it. And when you're asleep, that's when your protection is kind of at its weakest. So it's very important to make sure that you're keeping your space very clean. And then celebrate your ability to keep distance energetically. Okay? Just by saying gratitude prayers daily, that's all you really have to do. You don't have to do anything big or like over the top. Just be thankful you can focus on your own peace and ignore any gossip. Don't engage in gossip. Don't listen to gossip. And if you hear people are gossiping about you, walk away from it and do not even entertain it, because that can actually cause energy to leak in. That is like, you want to talk about powerful spell work. Gossip is literally magic. I don't care what anybody says, because it really has the ability to twist how people perceive you. It can twist how, you know, the people that you hang out with perceive others. If you're engaging in it, it's a very, very negative thing to do. Now, it's one thing if you're like talking to like your Google or whatever, or you journal about it. That's different, because you're technically only talking to yourself. It's like your inner thoughts. But if you absolutely can avoid it, don't talk to other people about people. You keep your fucking mouth shut. Personally, I'm not a gossip. I will talk all mad shit in my head. Well, mad. I will. If I'm mad, I'm talking all shit. But I keep that inside of me, because at the end of the day, those are my own personal feelings, and I need to take responsibility for that. And the best way to do that is to keep it to yourself and not. Right? 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 Good luck.